Uh-oh, I think that one is going to cost somebody a stroke. You got that, Alberto? Nice catch. Well, good morning. I'm Kevin O'Connor, and welcome back to Ask This Old House, and to a special episode dedicated to projects that kids and adults can work on together. Good morning, Roger. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
What are you guys working on?
Well, later on, Richard and I are going to show you how to build this putting green along with some kids, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah? You think so, huh? Can't be nearly as much fun as I'm going to have.
What's that?
Oh, well, we are going to be actually making and shooting off some model rockets, and we're going all the way to Chicago for that.
Well, I'm headed out, too, with a bunch of kids to build a vegetable garden. Ricky, the two things we need for a vegetable garden are sun and good drainage. Now, in this part of the garden, we get sun all day long. All right, guys, you can put that down right there. What we're going to build our raised garden out of is cedar. Now, this is rot resistant, so it'll last a long time. It's 2 inches thick. On the end, we have two 4-foot pieces. On the sides, we have 10-foot pieces. When we put it together, we're going to have a 4 by 10-foot box, and that's what we have to do now, just screw all the pieces together.
All right.
We're going to hold this cedar together using these 3-inch coated screws. I'm going to line the corner up. Okay, you got your screw gun? Mm-hmm. Okay, on there nice and straight. Lift up on it a little bit. Go ahead. All the way in. Keep going. Okay, now let's do the bottom one. Go ahead. Good. Beautiful. Come on down this corner. Got it? Good job. Come on the other side. Okay. We'll send that one home right there.
All right.
All right, now what we have to do is square up all 4 corners. We're going to do that using our framing square. If I hold it in here, you can see that it's out of square. See that space? So I'm going to take and slide the corner down. Now it fits good and tight. Now to hold it there, I'm going to use this piece of wood. Thank you, Bella. I'm going to take this piece of decking, just take and screw it down in place. Here's your screw. Make sure the gun's nice and straight. There you go. Okay, 1 corner down, 3 to go. All right, guys, that looks good. It's lined up perfectly with the edge of the house. Now, what I want you to do is take your edger and mark out the edge of the box. What we're going to do is, once we get it all marked out, we're going to move it and take out all the grass. Let's just slide the box down. Now, I'm going to take my grubbing tool, and I'm going to start ripping up the grass, all right? You can give me a hand in just a minute. These forks really loosen up the soil.
And that'll give us even better drainage.
Exactly. Set it down in. Okay, let's just check it for level. Not so good, Ricky. That right-hand edge has got to go down about 1 inch. I'm going to lift it up, take the shovel, and try to scrape just 1 inch out from underneath it, all right?
Okay.
All the way down towards me. Now we're going to put stakes in every 2.5 feet to support the cedar so it won't bow out. Now this is just a piece of 2x4 cedar that I put a point on. I'm going to drive it down as far as I can, and then we'll screw it right into the side. Now, with the corner piece removed, we're going to take our stake and put it on the inside. This is going to be a great place for us to screw in the corner so that it won't separate. I'll just drive it in, and then you're going to screw it in from both sides. Okay, Ricky, go ahead. All right, Ricky, I'm going to wheel these in and dump them. I want you to keep spreading them until the bed's filled evenly about 2 or 3 inches from the top. All right, you ready? I'll be right back. Now, the great thing about having a raised bed is we can put in the perfect soil for growing vegetables. Look at that beautiful soil, huh? Now, with the whole bed filled, we're ready to put in our end piece. Just I'm going to line it up for you. Go ahead, screw it right in. While you screw off the corner, I'll cut off the stakes. I brought you some great plants for your garden today. This is a tomato called Super Marzano. It's great for sauce. Your mother's going to love it. Over here we have a zucchini. We have a couple of corn that we're going to put in. I'm going to take a little bit of starter fertilizer. I'm going to mix it in the bottom of the hole. And then I'm going to take this tomato and I'm going to plant it. But I'm going to plant it a little different than other plants. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch off these leaves. And I'm going to bury it down really deep in the soil. Now, tomato is the only plant that when you plant it deep, it'll develop roots along the stem and it makes it much sturdier. So now I'm just going to take and backfill it in. And that one's all set. Can you put the tag in for me? Right there, this. Good job. Let's do the lettuce. Gonna make a mark right there. All right, thanks, Bella. I got it. What we're going to do is we're going to take these tomato cages, bring them down right over the top of the tomato. Help me push it down in, Bella. Down as far as we can go. Okay? That way the tomato's going to grow right up in the middle. Can you guys do that to these ones? All right, I want all you guys to make holes, and I want them about 2 knuckles deep, about 1.5 inches, because we're going to plant beans, okay? And that's what these bamboo stakes are for, a trellis, because the beans are going to grow right up. Now take and drop your beans in. Okay, good job. One in here. Let's put a couple. As soon as you get them in, smooth them right over, okay? Great. When we planted the plants, we put a starter fertilizer down in the ground where the roots are. Now we're going to top dress the plants with a 5-10-5 fertilizer, about 1/4 cup. We're going to scratch that into the surface so when the roots start growing out, they'll have something to feed on. All right, Dominic, come on in with that hose. I want you to come over here and give each one of them a good drink. Okay, no, long soak. That's better. All right? We'll do each of them and then come back and do them again. So come on this way with me. You do it now. You got it? All right, you're going to come out here tomorrow morning. Just take your finger and stick it down in the ground. And if it's moist, then you don't have to water. If it's dry, give him another drink. Okay? All right, Anthony, bring me in that wheelbarrow. All right, what we have to do now is we have to mulch the plants, and we're going to use some of the grass clippings your father had out back, okay? You're just going to take them and spread them around the plant. Not too heavy, just about 1 inch. It's going to hold the moisture in the soil, and it'll also stop the weeds from coming in. You don't like weeds, do you, Bella? No. Well, Lisa, what do you think?
Oh, I'm so excited. It looks fabulous. You guys did such a great job.
Yeah, they were terrific all day.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right, guys, this is going to be fun. We're actually going to build a miniature golf course. You got it in. It's a really cool system. It's a series of panels you can set up any way you want to build your own golf course inside the house. We're covering it with green felt to make it look like
Grass.
Absolutely. And this is one of the panels we're going to build today. This is the most important panel, I would say, because it's what every golfer shoots for, the hole.
That's right, Richard. These panels are actually made of MDF. It's medium density fiberboard, which is ground up wood and glue compressed to make up a sheet like this.
And it's really nice and smooth. Feel it?
Right. Now what we want to do is we want to get these sheets up off the floor slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these pieces of wood right here that are stair balusters or deck balusters, and they're made of fir. We're going to put them around the perimeter of the MDF, just like that. To do that, we're going to start with a 36-inch piece. Now the panel's 48, so we have to cut a piece to go up the difference, which would be 12 inches. So why don't we put these in position, make this end even on this side, make that end even on that side, all right? Now one of you mark it right inside, along the inside there. All right, good job. All right, Juan, so that you cut the baluster square, we're going to clamp it in this miter box right here, and you're going to run the saw right into this slot. Let me line up the line with the slot, and you can cut away. And don't bear down too hard. You let the saw do the work. Try to go the whole length of the saw, get all the teeth. That's it, nice and easy. Don't push down too hard. Just let the weight of the saw do it. Okay. Beautiful.
Good. There's one.
All right, Peter, now we're ready to glue the fur to the panel. I'm going to show you what I want you to do. A little strip of glue like that, okay? I want to create a space and another strip of glue. Bring it right down. Space, another strip. All right, that's great. Now what we're going to use is a fast-setting glue. This will set up in about 2 seconds, all right? What I'm going to do is I want to put a little dab right here, and I want you to put a little dab in between each space that you created. Now another one down the other space. Squeeze it right out. Good. All right, now one more down the end. Now I'm going to spray some accelerant on those dots.
What's that do?
That'll speed up the dry time of the glue. Now I got to flip it over, make it even, push down, and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ready, Martha? I'm going to activate it.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice and long, that's it. Now, Kaylee did a good job finding the center of the board to mark the position for our hole.
And Alberto's going to drill the hole for us.
All right, let's slide the board down.
He's got a hole saw.
Hold it up. Now there's a pilot bit that's going to guide the center of the hole saw. It's a 4-inch hole saw. It's actually like a saw blade with teeth.
All right, hold that. Can you guys flip the sheet right over? We'll finish the cut from this side. Here you go, Alberto, go. Beauty.
Okay, Tommy, smooth out the felt.
Great. Now what we have to do is glue the felt to the MDF. So I'm going to spray an adhesive on the MDF. And then I'm also going to spray the felt. I want to do nice, even lines so we cover all of the fabric. Okay, Kaylee, Masa, grab the panel, bring it over. Now what we want to do is we want to flip it over, but don't touch the green. Flip it right over to me. That's right. Okay, now what we have to do is center it over the felt. Once we put it down, we can't move it because this is contact cement. Ready? 1, 2, 3, let it down. Okay. Now I have to cut the corners out.
We all ready now? We got one shot at this, so everybody pull it up together, all together, pull it up. And if it touches, it's going to stick forever. Now pull, and wrap it right on top of the rails. Push tight. The contact cement should grab. Push those on, yeah. Push it all down tight. Looks pretty good, guys. But if we're going to golf, we need a hole, right, Tom?
That's right, so we'll cut the middle out.
Cutting like a pizza.
Yep. Okay, now I just fold the pieces over.
Keelan, I should pull one back to you.
Pull it tight.
Pull it tight.
Up.
Real tight.
Nice and tight.
Can you reach one, Peter? Grab that one. Pull it tight, tight, tight.
Tight. Up and over.
Tight, tight, tight. Yeah, tight.
Push them in.
Kind of looks like a sun.
It does look like
It
a sun.
does.
All right, let's flip it over, see how we did.
Flip it over to me.
Doesn't that look like the fairway? No.
Hey, look at that. Pretty nice.
And the last piece is this plumbing fitting that pops right in there. I think it's time to grab our golf clubs.
To keep the ball on the green around the perimeter, I'm actually using a composite baluster. It's heavier than wood. The ball bounces off it nicely, and you won't get any splinters.
We also built a ramp right here, and underneath it you can see there's 3 PVC elbows. Depending on which hole you go into, determines where your ball comes out.
Now, if you want to make a loop-de-loo like this, you take 2 5-gallon buckets, you cut the bottom off of it, and you loop them together.
All right, you guys ready to play some golf?
Yeah.
All right, give it a ride.
Oh, first time. Watch this.
So, Slater, it's not often that I get to work with a rocket scientist.
Well, Kevin, I'm just a middle school teacher.
But you are the guy who likes to build and, more importantly, shoot off these toy rockets.
Well, we've been doing it for decades, and the kids like it, and I love it, and we have fun.
Well, we've got a family who loves to build stuff, and I figure we put you and them together and we'd have some fun ourselves. So what do you say we go meet them?
Let's go.
All right, who wants to build some rockets? Look at this. Slater, we have assembled the finest team for you. Let me do some introductions. Josie, Micah, Evie, and Josh. Guys, this is Slater.
Hi, gang.
So what are we going to do?
We're going to make a rocket from a 2-liter soda bottle, and we're going to make the launcher for the rocket from some PVC plastic pipe from any home center you can get it.
And then we're going to propel it using just water and a bicycle pump.
Let's take some measurements. We need 3 pieces of pipe, and the first one is 2 inches. Can you mark it there at 2 inches?
Nice job.
And we need a second piece that's 18 inches long. And Evie, what's 18 plus 2?
20.
Can you mark it at 20?
And the third piece?
78 inches. Josh, what's 78 plus 20?
98.
Perfect. Mark it at 98. Josie, help me cut this. I'm going to hold here, you hold there, and we're going to cut this right on the mark. That's it. We're ready for the next cut. Now we make our last cut. Here's what the rocket launcher is going to look like when we're done. We're going to put the 18-inch piece into the T, and the 78-inch piece into the T, and the 2-inch piece into the middle of the T. And we're going to pressurize this with air, and so we have to have an end cap to keep the air pressure in, and another air cap. And we're going to put a valve in this air cap to get the air in. And to do that, we have to drill a hole. Perfect.
All right, guys, the valves we're going to use, we got ours at an automotive supply store. They come in a pack, and they look like this with a little threaded end and then a bulge here on the bottom. And we're just going to simply thread that through the cap that we drilled. Now, I want to protect the threads when we pull it, so back on with the cap. And Josh, if you'll hand me those pliers, thank you. I will get a good grip on it. And Michael, will you pull that side? Now let's pull it and get a nice tight fit. Keep going. Pull. Show me your muscles. And all right, there you go. That valve is through. Now we are ready to glue the launcher together.
Before we can glue the pipe, we have to clean it with some of this purple primer. Josh, why don't you put some of that, slosh it around the end. And Josh, get me some in the cap here too. Real good. Okay, Evie, we're going to put some glue on. I'm going to put some inside on your T, and I'm going to put some outside on the 18-inch piece here, and we're going to push it together real hard and kind of twist it. We have to work fast. Excellent. Micah, this is half-inch PVC pipe, and 2-liter bottles slide onto it just perfectly. And we're going to slide that almost to the end, but not quite touching. And we're going to put a seal right here between the bottle and the pipe.
What's the seal for?
The seal is to keep the air and the water inside the bottle until we're ready to launch.
So we have a regular birthday candle being held in place with just a little bit of tin foil. What are you using this for?
We're softening the pipe. We'll push it together hard and make a little bulge.
And that's where we make our seal.
Exactly. Let me show you how the bottle seats on the bulge.
Slip that on there.
Like that. And that'll hold a lot of pressure in.
Well, of course, the pressure's going this way, so how do we kind of clamp that bottle onto the pipe?
Well, we use these zip ties, and they will wrap around the handle. They go above the handle.
So you've actually got the little proud part facing in, grabbing the lip right there of the bottle. And if you were to clamp those down, the bottle's not coming off.
Right. But we use a 1.5-inch piece of PVC pipe.
Instead of my hand to hold these zip ties in place.
Right, and it slides on up.
So will that not come off? That's remarkable. It's not going anywhere.
That's right.
All right, so how do we hold the zip ties onto the PVC?
That's with a pipe clamp.
Mm-hmm.
Tight
Perfect.
down in the middle there.
And then what's the trick here? Because we need to have this piece of PVC, a little bit of pressure pushing up to the bottle, but we want to be able to pull it back so we can launch this. How do we accomplish that?
That's it. Let me show you.
So here's the real deal. What are we looking at?
Well, the new piece is a spring made from a 2-liter bottle with the ends cut off and holes in the middle.
Oh, okay. Let that bounce
Pushes
over
that
down.
PVC pipe back up, that
So-
trigger pipe.
Let's look at the whole contraption right here. We have got the pipe clamp right here. That is holding on the zip ties. The bottle is seated, so they grab. PVC pipe goes over it. Spring holds it in place, and then you've got a string right here to release and fire that bottle. Are we ready to launch?
Let's go. This is great. Gang, it's safety first, and you have to do this with adults. Do it in a wide open space, and always point it up.
All right, so we've got ourselves a bicycle pump right here. We are connected to the stem, which means we're about ready to put the bottle on the end.
Go ahead and slide that on.
So the bottle has got about, what, a third filled of water? Why is that?
A third to a half. And Sir Isaac Newton said that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And if you have a water in, it goes a little higher.
You could do it with air, but water's going to make it go further.
That's right.
I like the sounds of that. All right, let's pump it up. Mikey, you want to do the honors? So we've got a pressure gauge here. How much PSI are we looking for?
Not more than 70.
75.
3, 2, 1.
Another cool thing you can do is customize your rocket.
All right, here we go, guys. Lots of fun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Slater, thanks so much. This was great.
Fun to build, fun to launch.
All right, my turn. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Look at that one go. Oh. This is awesome. Whoa! Look at that one go.
Wow. Wow, did that look like fun?
Oh, it was a blast. And you know, we were shooting these things off in a schoolyard, so we had about 100 kids hanging out the windows. The teachers were not happy, but we had a ton of fun.
Who doesn't like a good rocket launch?
Who doesn't?
Well, I gotta tell you, we had a lot of fun building that putting green, didn't we, kids?
Did we? Thanks for all your help.
Well, we'd love to hear from you, so keep your letters and your emails coming. And until next time, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
I'm Richard Dewey.
I'm Tom Silver.
And I'm Roger Cook.
For Ask This Old House.
All right, let's say we do some golf. What do you say?
Let's shoot the rocket. Let's shoot the rocket. Way to go, kids. Great job.
Visit our website, pbs.org, for expert advice, step-by-step videos, and much more.